could get confirmed as our next CIA director?
I think she'd be a great CIA director. I don't know her personally. I hear good things about her from the people at the agency. And I think she's done a great job in terms of the career she's built. And the people I know at the agency are very enthusiastic about having one of their own, so to speak, in the driver's seat at the CIA. But aside from that, she's got a distinguished career in the clandestine service. She's done difficult jobs and done them very well. I think the Democrats are trying to find some way to vote against her, but it's hard. And in the end, I think she'll be confirmed.
We've had 17 years now to digest what took place after 9/11.
Right.
And of course, much has been made about the torture programs and the interrogation programs. You've been vocal about this, that at the time, this was the right thing to do, correct?
Right. Yeah, I've been very vocal about it. I believed in it. I was heavily involved in getting it set up and getting the opinion out of the Justice Department on how far we could go. I'm not one of those people who calls it torture. An awful lot of people do. But it wasn't. It was set up in a way that what we did was, in fact, consistent with our fundamental statutes and agreements that were in place. And it worked. We were able, waterboarding was applied actually to only 3 individuals. One of those was Khalid Sheikh Mohammed, the mastermind of 9/11. And later on, the agency produced a study. I had the title of it. I think the study itself is still classified. But the title was KSM, Khalid Sheikh Mohammed, Preeminent Source on Al-Qaeda. He's the guy who got waterboarded more than anybody else. I think what we did helped ultimately produce the intelligence we needed to be able to get bin Laden. And so I supported it wholeheartedly. I still do to this day, prepared to defend it and debate it and argue it. This was a period of time when we had been attacked, lost 3,000 people. We lost more people on 9/11 than we lost at Pearl Harbor.
Is it the right move to discontinue those programs today?
If it were my call, I would not discontinue those programs. I'd have them active and ready to go, and I'd go back and study them and learn. The agency's in a difficult position. The Congress has acted. They have changed the law. And the agency has to and will operate by that statute. But, there are a lot of Monday morning quarterbacks in the terrorism business. And people who, if they really had to make the decision, if it was their call, if Khalid Sheikh Mohammed is the mastermind behind all of this, if he is number 2 to bin Laden in terms of the attack, if he's probably the guy who knows more than anybody else except bin Laden what's next, what's their next target, how many people are they going to kill, and how are they going to do it? And then you tell me that the only method we have is please, please, pretty please, tell us what you know. Well, I don't buy that. And I think the techniques we used were not torture. A lot of people try to call it that, but it wasn't deemed torture at the time. The techniques we used are techniques we used on our own people in training. We didn't go out and make them up someplace. The President signed off, I signed off, and the Security Council signed off. They did a good job. They got the intelligence they needed, and we were safe from any further mass casualty attacks in the 7.5 years on our watch. So now people want to go back and try to rewrite history. But if it were my call, I'd do it again.
North Korea, what do you make 3